This is our country guide about Austria. The geography. Austria has 8,712,000 inhabitants. They live in an area of 83,879 square kilometers. The capital of Austria is Vienna. And the highest point is the Großglockner, with a height of 3,789 meters. The federal states are Vorarlberg, Tyrol, Salzburg, Carinthia, Steiermark, Upper Austria, Lower Austria, Burgenland and Vienna. The neighbors of Austria are the Czech Republic, Germany, Hungary, Italy, Liechtenstein, Slovakia, Slovenia and Switzerland. Special for Austria are the Alps. The climate. In Austria there's Mediterranean transitional climate, which means in winter there are temperatures around 12 degrees Celsius, and in summer it can reach temperatures until 35 degrees Celsius. In the east, the Burgenland and the eastern region of Lower Austria and Vienna, the climate is more continental. Here are great temperature differences, dry and hot summers and cold winters. In the mountain areas, there is alpine climate, which means short and humid summers and long winters with a lot of precipitation. In the south of Austria, Carinthia, Eastern Tyrol and Steiermark are sometimes Mediterranean influences. The resources. Austria has fossil fuels like iron, natural gas, coal, oil, and also wood, water and so on. The location of the oil resources are in Upper Austria and Lower Austria, and the location of the natural gas is in Lower Austria, Upper Austria and also Salzburg. Urbanization. The biggest urban center is Vienna. There are living 4,300 inhabitants per square kilometer. After Vienna, there is Salzburg and Linz-Wels. In contrast, Tyrol only has 57 inhabitants per square kilometer. Typical reasons for urbanization are the jobs and the infrastructure.
Culture and demography. History. After World War II, much of the infrastructure was destroyed. With international help, much was rebuilt in the following years. In 1955, Austria declared its neutrality. The neutral status allowed the country to establish itself as a bridge between East and West during Cold War. Vienna became a center for international organizations like the UN, and Austria joined the EU in 1995 and introduced the euro in 2002. Important values and attitudes. Corporate social responsibility. Current environmental issues affecting individual states in Austria include soil pollution, which is the consequence of the use of agricultural chemicals, air pollution as a result of emissions by coal and oil-fired power stations, industrial plants and trucks. Overall, Austria tries to keep the pollution minimized. There is, for example, pollution control and also a ban on atomic energy. Punctuality. Austrians are extremely punctual, and even a few minutes delay can offend them. Time is managed carefully. Calendars, schedules and agendas must be respected. Trains arrive and leave on time and projects are carefully scheduled. So a tip for you is, do not turn up late for an appointment or when meeting people. Business dress code. For Austrian, it's important to dress well in general. It doesn't matter where they go or what position they hold. Appearance and presentation is very important, especially in business. Population growth. Austrian people are getting older, so they need more help, which leads to more costs and effort. Young people give less births on average. The infant mortality rate since 1997 has always been below the 5 per 1000 mark. Since 2006, even below the 4 per 1000 mark. In general, you can see an increase in life expectancy of Austrian population. The one of an Australian man amounts to 78 years in 2012, which is 2.5 years higher than in 2002. The life expectancy of an Australian woman is 83 years in 2012. It has risen by 1.6 years since 2002. In Austria is an increasing migration of refugees. Without immigration, the population would remain the same or be reduced for a long period. Arising problems due to demographic development are overall decline of fertility and other factors which are similar to the developments in other advanced industrial nations in Europe. But why does Austria has these problems? Because of changing values and attitudes towards marriage, family and childbearing, increased employment of women outside the home, and increased abortion.
Economy. The current economic situation. Austria's GDP has risen about $7,000 in the last 10 years, up to $39,390. Austria's imports are around $169 billion, what's number 28 worldwide. Austria's exports are about $162 billion, what is number 29 worldwide. Labor market. For the wage level, the education is very important in Austria. There is no legal minimum wage. In the statistic you can see the average monthly income has risen in the last 10 years. Labor market policies. The labor market is navigated by government and public services. They guarantee a fair and safe market. Employee rights. One typical right of the employees in Austria is the right of equal treatment. Another typical right is the right of vacation. Unemployment. 10% of all Austrian people who are allowed to work are unemployed. That's around 490,000 people. As you can see, the rate of unemployment has increased in the last 10 years. The causes of unemployment. One cause of unemployment are refugees. Another one would be barely economic growth, and in 2011 it was the oil crisis. The GDP exchange rate of Austria is around $418 billion high. That's number 27 worldwide. Austria's interest rate is around zero in the last years. It decreased over the last 10 years. The economic sectors. The growing industries of Austria are chemistry, furniture, and perfumery. The industries in decline are clothing and electronic products. The sectors on view of the GDP. The primary sector did not rise in the last years. The secondary sectors like manufacturing rised. The tertiary sector like services has risen very lot in the last 10 years. The government debts. The government debts rose in the last 10 years. The total debts are around 293,190,797,983 euros. The debts per head are 35,234 euro.